Hey. So I wanted to tune into this. It's 5 steps that radically changed my life and what I share with regard to basically how to, in any moment, shift from a feeling, an experience that you have viscerally in your body that doesn't feel good to something that does. So it's like my 5 steps to go from icky to awesome, which is what I always say, right? In any moment, you check in. Do I feel icky? Do I feel awesome? Can't feel both at the same time. And most of us want to feel awesome. We want to feel that. We want to feel that in our bodies. We want to feel that in our lives. We want to feel that as much as possible. That's not to say that feeling icky is something we try to avoid or suppress or run away from. When we don't feel good, it's a gift. It's an opportunity to really look at it and to recognize the full range of the human experience. It's to honor it and it's to thank it. We cannot experience awesome without the icky. So it's a great place to really sit and be and contemplate. The goal here is to move through in 5 steps from a place of maybe where you don't want to feel this suffering from a feeling, maybe a feeling that continues to come up that has created dysfunction, dis-ease, and suffering for you, and you want to move toward feeling awesome, right? So it's a check-in. It's a micro-alignment. It's showing up in the moment to moment and really being super keenly aware of where you're at because you are the creator of your experience. So if you're creating something that doesn't feel awesome, then you get to change it at any time you want, right? Any negative feelings of any kind that show up, these are literally 5 steps that could take you from where you are to where you want to be. And that is how quickly you can change your life. So the first step is really just noticing. And before that, it's tapping in and just breathing, right? Just breathing, just getting inside your body, getting inside that present moment, right? Bringing your awareness to the present moment is as simple as taking a breath and being able to get into a playful intention. So as you breathe, it's like I love doing the I am breath, right? Breathe in, I am. Exhale, curious. Right? Breathe in, I am. Wondering. There's no judgment. There's no criticism here. It's just simply an opportunity for you to look at this and just play. I am playful. I am playing, right? It allows you to lighten up around the moment. And then the first step is to simply ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Right? Put your hand on your heart. You do your breathing. Like, what am I feeling right now? And what you do is you want to identify the feeling, right? The label. And you want to identify where it is in your body. So perhaps you can't quite put a label on it, but you're like, oh, I notice I'm feeling shortness of breath. Or I notice I'm feeling my stomach really distended and crampy. I notice my shoulders are feeling really tight. Well, there are 5 basic core emotions related to areas of the body, which I'll run through right now. So if you're feeling that tension in your head, your neck, your shoulders, that's related to anger or frustration. If you're feeling a sense of heaviness or constriction around your chest, that's sadness. If you're feeling bloatedness, distended belly, or like a flippy stomach, or even just like the sensations of gas, that's anxiety or fear. If you're feeling like hip tightness, hip pain, hip like locking up, even down into the lower back, that's repression or like sexual energy being repressed. And if you're feeling tingly and light all over, if you feel surges or you feel like the hair is standing up on the back of your head and your eyes are dilated, that's joy, which is what we want to step into most of the time. This is what we're looking for, right? So if you can't put a label on that, at least identify where it might be taking place in your body. And then from there, you can say, oh, you know what, my stomach is really bound up in knots. Well, that's interesting. Perhaps I'm feeling anxious about something. And then the next step 2 is, why am I feeling anxious right now? What was the thought that triggered this physiological response in your body? What was the belief? Like maybe you were thinking, oh my God, my money's going to run out. It's just that thought, right? You had the thought. It came into your head. Or perhaps it was a trigger that created the thought. Perhaps it was pulling out your credit card to pay for something and it triggered you to think, oh my God, I'm going to run out of money. And then you felt pain in your stomach. And now you can identify that as anxiety. Maybe it's an ongoing belief. Maybe it's something deeply unconscious that you're committed to that you're now bringing to the surface. Like, wow, I run around all day with a bloated stomach and feeling kind of this all over anxiety. Maybe there's a belief that's generating this what we call it becomes your affect, right? It becomes your temperament is to be anxious. So that could be linked to a long-term, deeper belief. But usually it's like you could just see something triggered you or someone triggered you. Maybe someone said something about money and then it gave you the thought, oh my God, my money's running out. And then you felt anxious. Step 3 is simply going, okay, well, I notice that I feel, right, in step 2, I notice I feel anxious when I pull out my credit card and think, oh my God, my money's going to run out. So step 3 is, what do I really want, right? So here's where you get to take responsibility for your own emotion and say, is that what I want to create right now? Do I want to feel anxious right now? And if the answer is no, then you move to step 4, which is, okay, cool. I don't want to feel anxious. So what do I want to feel? Well, I want to feel relaxed. I want to feel relaxed. Great. So then you go, okay, well, what could I think about right now that would allow me to feel relaxed? For me, sometimes it's helpful to first identify how relaxed feels in my body. So I'm like, to me, relaxed feels like a loosening of my belly, the bloatedness dissipating, the feeling of being hungry or gassy goes away, or like my shoulders drop, right? My muscles fall away from their bones. That would feel relaxing in my body. Okay, what would make me relax and feel less distended in my belly right now? Maybe I can practice some breathing right now. So you start to breathe more deeply. And then you're like, okay, well, what thought could I think right now that would help me breathe more deeply and feel more relaxed in my body? And then you start to build that new thought, like, well, when I think about laying on the beach and the palm trees floating above me, I get a sensation of feeling relaxed. And maybe that thought doesn't have anything to do with what made you anxious, but it's a start. It starts to get you there. It feels true in your body because you feel the sensation of relaxation. And then you can go deeper than that and you can start to build on a new thought that replaces the old one. So if the thought is my money's going to run out, well, what would feel true to you right now that would actually feel really relaxing with regard to that thought, right? Well, with the palm trees swaying, I could see that in this moment, I have everything I require. As I don't need anything else. Everything is available to me. Does that feel true to me right now? And then you ask yourself, does that create more tension, more bloating, more distension in your belly? Or does that fuel that deep breathing and muscles falling away from their bones and that crampy feeling dissipating? Because your body never lies. So if you're starting to feel that tingly and you're starting to feel relaxed, then that is a thought that you align with because your body is opening to that. And then the last step to seal it up is what action can you take right now to create what you want? So now it's like, I want to feel relaxed, and maybe again, the action was just simply breathing. Maybe the action was, I created this new thought. So what behavior could you engage in that would support this new thought that, wow, in this moment, I actually have everything that I require. So what would be an action that you can take right now to support that thought? Well, breathing certainly keeps you in the moment. Perhaps it's just turning on a song, a really relaxing spa song, right? And just, I have the gift of this resource that I get to turn on this music and I get to relax deeper. I get to light a candle and smell that smell of the palm trees. So I get to incorporate other senses in this to support this new thought. And see, it's like fun. It's a game, right? It's a cosmic game. And you shift from that lower vibration into, again, that wonderment, that curiosity, that faith that I can shift. I can shift from suffering to contentment in any moment. And the last piece, which I said at the beginning, which I'll close with, is just any time you notice this, any time you go inside your body and you notice discomfort, pain, suffering, thank it. Come from that place of active appreciation, like, thank you, body. Not, oh gosh, I'm so tense, like, oh, I don't feel good. It's, hey, body, oh my gosh, you are amazing. You are just so helpful. And I am so thankful that I get to go inside and harvest all the wisdom that you have for me. Thank you. I receive that. Why is that so important? Because that in and of itself is shifting your biochemistry into joy, wonderment, creation, faith, from anxiety, anger, sadness, right? Suppression. And then it's just practice, practice, practice. Sure, it's going to feel clunky at first. You're learning a new skill. You're laying down a new neural network. And just like any skill, the more you practice, the better you get. And before you know it, it's like you can go in and micro-align. Boom, 30 seconds. You went from boom, boom. And then these new thoughts, these new beliefs, these new behaviors become your natural state, right? They become your new identity, your new temperament. Amazing. Boom. Peace out.